There's only one way, and it's Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. There's only one way, and it's Yahweh.
Welcome to Haitian Root Girls World, where we talk about all things pertaining to me, being a Haitian Root Girl. If it matters to me, then I'm bringing it to you. Above all, God matters to me. So, of course, I have to bring that part of me to you as well. I'm not the ideal church material gal, but I'm part of the kingdom of the Most High. I bring to you my pastor slash teacher, Dr. Tony Evans. Tune in.
Talking. That's Hebrews 12. It says when God shakes, the natural disturbance of a thing is because he wants you to pay close attention because he has something to say and he knows you won't listen unless he mess stuff up, flip stuff up, change stuff up. So when he disturbs the natural order of a thing, do not refuse him who is talking because God has something to say. God will allow or create turbulence in our life and in our circumstance in order for us to pay closer attention because now we want to hear more of what he has to say in the turbulence that we're going through. If he wants to move you to a new career, he'll create turbulence in the career you're in. If he wants to move you to a new circumstance, he'll create turbulence in the circumstance you're in. If he finds out you love money too much, he'll start breaking stuff down to take away your love for money. He will create a turbulence in the situation because he wants to hear. He wants you to hear him a lot closer than you were previously listening. So when God wants to make sure that you are more attuned to listening, whether you choose to or not, because he said you can refuse it, he will allow or create turbulence or what he calls the shaking or the disruption of the normal activity or the normal movement of things. So rather than getting mad at God, when there is turbulence, he says you better listen more carefully to God when there is turbulence. He says God is speaking when there is disruption. Now, the good news is God is still talking. You need to worry if he's not talking. Okay? God is speaking using circumstance, disruption to get our attention so he can reveal to us. And that's good news in a bad situation because he says what he's doing is he is creating a separation. He says the removing, verse 27, of those things which can be shaken. So he's getting rid of something, of created things. Whoa. He's trying to change something in the physical to replace it with something in the spiritual. Ah. You know why? Because he sees we've gotten too attached to the physical as of created things, the things that the five senses partake of. When we get attached illegitimately to the wrong kingdom, then he will create a disturbance to detach us. He does not want us overly connected to this kingdom, to this world. We're supposed to be in it, but we're not supposed to be tied to it. We're not supposed to have it as our ultimate obligation. And so disruption is what he will bring. So when God creates a disturbance, it is an uncomfortable situation designed to produce something better from the spiritual realm for our lives. When God creates a disturbance, it's generally not comfortable, it's generally not desired, it's generally not preferred, you don't want it, but if you will tune your ear to listening, because he's talking, when he disrupts the natural order of things, then he says, you will discover that you are a part of a, watch this, unshakable kingdom. Oh, watch this now. I'm going to show you, he says, why you can't be overly tethered to this world, this culture, and this kingdom. And the reason why you can't is I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to show you, if you put all your eggs in this basket, you're going to be shook up too. Because you're attached. You know, if there's an earthquake on the ground, folks in the plane aren't shaking because they're not attached. It's the things that are attached that get shaken in an earthquake. But what God wants to do is lift us up to a new spiritual reality of a kingdom that's not attached, so it doesn't shake when everything else around you is toe up from the flow up. When everything around you has been disturbed, it's shaking, it's discontinuity and disconnected. So God is allowing the shaking to reveal the unshakable kingdom because you're listening to his voice. See, when you know to whom you are attached, Then while everybody else is going through all of this, your connection to God's kingdom purpose will stabilize you because his kingdom up there can't be shaken by circumstances down here. It doesn't mean those circumstances aren't real. It just means they're no longer in control. They're no longer dictating. They're no longer calling the shots because it is an unshakable kingdom. When your world is turned upside down, when things are in discord, God is saying, time to go deeper. Time to go deep. Disturbance is to call our attention to time to go deeper. Okay? So how do you go deeper in God's purpose? Well, look at what he says. Therefore, verse 28, since we receive the kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us show gratitude. I want you to be thankful.
I started listening to Pastor Evans probably about 11 to 12 years ago. And that's when my journey started with transformation. Background, I was raised in a church, grew up in a church. My godfather has 3 churches down south. My brother has a church down south. And the school in Haiti, that's a church for little, it's a church with a school for little kids. So my background is spiritual, but I just kind of strayed away. But I don't look at it as straying away. I just look at it as me gaining experience in the world and know how to overcome stuff and know how to heal people. And of course, I'm human, so I'm not perfect. I am Rugal, of course. So that's gonna always be with me as something that I'm just learning how to be better with myself. I'm gonna fumble, I'm gonna fall, and I'm just gonna do it all. But I'm gonna get back up and try again. Every day is another day for me to try again. And that's all I do is just try again. I'm not trying to be what I'm not. I'm just trying to be what I am. And that's uniquely made, just like my fingerprint. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Doodles.